to that tragic shooting of a young mother who was killed after she was shot in the head while walking with her baby in a stroller on the Upper East Side.
All right, the government's still on the loose as friends and family gathered for 2 vigils tonight in her honor. Stephanie Martini live with Upper East Side with more on the investigation and the outpouring of reaction tonight. Stephanie.
Steve, Lori, as you can see, there's still people here behind me. A lot of emotions tonight, anger, sadness, rage. What police have not identified who they think this shooter could be. The family believes this is the tragic end to a pattern of domestic abuse. She was only 20 years old. Asia Johnson shot in the head while pushing her 3-month-old baby girl in a stroller. Her broken-hearted family, people who knew her, and even perfect strangers came together to honor her life where she lost it, on the sidewalk along 95th between 3rd and Lexington.
That's why she left.
Johnson's mother says her daughter was the victim of domestic violence and had recently left her abuser.
My daughter, I want to talk to her, was a strong female.
We strongly believe it was not a random shooting, that the victim was targeted, and the police department is still conducting an ongoing investigation, and we're going to catch this person that's responsible for this action.
Police have not identified the shooter, but they say it was around 8:30 p.m. June 29th when a man walked up to Johnson and pulled the trigger. The baby in the stroller wasn't hurt, but shortly after, the young mother lost her life, leaving that baby and her other child behind. The outrage in the community is clear, from officials to religious leaders to those who work to help victims of domestic violence.
You can get out. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to let her out. You're out. You can get out.
For this young woman, it's too late. Her life cut short, and her kids now left without a mother.
I kept telling them she's threatening my daughter's life, and they didn't believe me. And now my daughter's dead.
Steve, Lori, that mother believes the system failed her daughter. She says she tried to get intervention before this.
All right, thanks, Stephanie.
Just 1 minute a day, the easiest way to regrow hair from home. There's no need to worry.
20-year-old, 20, 2 kids, a 3-month-old kid with her. Mother, Caucasian, father, black. The question is, where's Black Lives Matter? Where they at? If this was a cop or a random Caucasian person that would have took this female's life, Black Lives Matter would have flooded the whole New York City and would have been protesting around the country. She's 20 years old, 2 kids. Now, I don't know who did it. They don't know who did it. They don't know if it was a boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend that did this. But all I know is, where's Black Lives Matter at? You see, I've been riding Black Lives Matter for the last week. And I'm going to keep riding Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Mike, what's going on, B? New York City right now is turning into the 1970s, the 1980s and the 1990s. If anybody has been watching the news for the past couple of weeks, you know that New York City just voted on concealed carry weapons. Now in New York City, if you have a gun license, you can carry a gun as long as it's concealed. That's the new law. Never thought that it would be in New York because New York City is like a horror show. But if everybody remembers in 1984, there was a Caucasian brother, and his name was Bernard Goetz. And Bernard Goetz was a college professor at Columbia University. And Bernard Goetz lived in Queens. Now, Bernard Goetz had a gun permit. Bernard Goetz gets on the train and was approached by 4 young hood dudes. I call them terrorists in our neighborhood. And he was coming home, nerd, 125 pounds soaking wet with Coke bottle glasses. And they proceeded to try to rob this man, bothering nobody. And Bernard Goetz put a bullet in all 4 of them. He didn't kill him, he only crippled one. This new law that they have, it's going to be like a Western out in New York City. It's going to be the citizens versus the criminals. Because now if you run up on the wrong or the right person that's not bothering nobody, and you pull out a gun, they may pull out a gun faster than you and put a hole right in your chest. That 20-year-old female should have never have died like that. And I always say, where the hell is Black Lives Matter protesting? Where they at? They're nowhere around. I know where they at. They're out buying more mansions and out on more vacations for themselves. That's where Black Lives Matter is at. That's where they're at. You think Black Lives Matter really cares about the black neighborhood and about black people? You really think they do? You're lying to yourself if you think they do. That whole thing was a scam and it was to get money. Because mysteriously, you don't hear nothing about Black Lives Matter no more. The only thing you hear about them doing is harboring $90 million. $90 million. Now, I could tell you who was out there. I've been a New York City guardian angel from 1986 to the present right now. And there was 4 angels out there. 2 of them was Puerto Rican, 1 was Dominican, and 1 was Caucasian. And this is for a female that was half black and half white. But I didn't see Black Lives Matter. Nowhere around. Not protesting, not asking what happened. Let's try to get this person. The lady was 20 years old. She was still a baby herself with 2 kids. Still a baby with 2 kids. And they took her out. Or he took her out. They don't know who he is. And eventually they're going to find him. That's what always happens. But from this situation right here that occurred, and they just passed the law, I'm telling you right now, New York City is headed for a gunfight. New York City is heading for a gunfight because people are going to go get their license, and I'm telling you, it's going to be Bernard Goetz Part 2 coming near a theater near you. Coming real soon near a theater near you. It's coming. Because the wrong person is going to pull up on the right person. And that person's going to probably come home, mind their business, and they're going to put a hold in the person that's trying to harm them. That's what's about to occur. People are pushing it. It's so sad that that young girl had to die like that. And nobody, they did a visual, but not one person from Black Lives Matter was there. Nobody. But 4 Guardian Angels was there though. 4 GAs. They was there. They was there. Horrible. Now the kids are left with no mother. Just the grandmother, no mother. That's it. For somebody's stupid, idiotic mistake or whatever they thought they was doing that was right, turned into a deadly situation. Did he get his feelings hurt because she didn't want to be with him no more? So you can't, cry about it and then pick yourself up and find somebody else later on. Was it that serious? Was it that important to go kill somebody? Yeah, Mike, you're right. You're right. You're right about that. Yep. New York City, the NYPD is not doing enough. They're not. You're right about that. Because it should have been more patrols around that area. That's the Upper East Side. That is the Upper East Side. So you got people fairly that have money up there. That's what's about to happen. I'm telling you, New York City is about to turn into a real bloody situation. Now, since they made this new law right now, you can have a concealed weapon as long as you got your license. Oh, boy, your permit. Oh, my people are probably going to be lined up around the corner because everybody's going to get tired and fed up with getting robbed and seeing people die. So now they want to carry. They're going to say, I fear for my life. You know how cops do when they run into a situation, they say they fear for life? Well, that's about to happen right now. That's about to happen right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mike. That's what's about to happen. That people are going to be like, you know what? I fear for my life. I need this gun license, man. I go to work. I come home on the trains. I need this. It's coming. I never in my life thought that New York City would turn back to this, but that 20-year-old female should have never got her head blown off. A female, like I said, what was did she break up with the dude? Did she know the dude? So you get your feeling, you hurt. You pick yourself up as a man, and you just find somebody else. The problem is, this is real talk. There's not a lot of soldiers anymore. There's not a lot of Malcolm X's, Marcus Garveys, UBP Newtons. There's not a lot of them no more. A lot of guys have become female orientated. They got a female mind. They think like a female, and they cry like little babies when women leave them. And it's not that serious. Period. They act like little babies, man. The females are acting like men, and the men are acting like females. It's a reverse turn right now. Some of the females got more balls and heart than some of these guys out here. You tell me I'm lying. This is horrible, man. Yes, sir. You got to be on alert. If you're not, I'm telling you, these people are pushing people in train tracks. They running up in train cars, blowing people's brains out, stabbing people in the back while they're not watching. Yo, you got to have eyes in the back of your head and in the front. Yeah. Daily. These guys are acting like little women, and the women are acting like men. What happened to the Warriors? What happened to the Black Panther parties and the FOI type of syndrome? What happened? What happened to the X-Clan and all that? Them type of warriors that men that was really men. They acting like little baby. Oh, my girl left me. Oh, my woman left. Go find another one. Pick yourself up, man, and go find somebody else. Oh, she broke up. She's gonna go be with Pookie or Ray Ray. Maybe man. The Mendy days, man, this is not good. This is not good. We got to do better than this, man. We have to, as men, we got to pick ourselves up. You killing women for what? So she don't want to be with you, okay. You hurt, you pick yourself up, and you go find somebody else. There's a whole world out here. You don't have to just date nobody in the United States. Go to another country. Find somebody in another country. You killing and beating women for what? And then you end up in prison and say, well, I shouldn't have did it. Oh, man, why did I do that? Now you're spending 35 years to life in jail. That don't make sense. Just find somebody else, but to kill women and abuse them, for what? You're going to destroy your career if you have one, and your life and your freedom over women, over vagina? Are y'all kidding me? This is bad, man. And I guarantee it was something stupid that he killed her. If that was the mother of his child and he killed like that, I guarantee it was for something stupid. So when they find him, now he goes to trial. Now he goes to jail for all these years. And now the kids have to grow up with no mother and no father. Now you screwed yourself both ways. You took your baby's mother out and you're going to jail. Now what? Now the grandmother and the grandfather has to raise these two kids. Y'all got to start waking up. This is the men. You got to do better than this. Us men have to do better than this. Us men have to do better than this. Yeah, Mike, you're right about that. Then when they go to jail, and then when the judge says, okay, I'm going to give you 35 to life, 25 to life, now what you do, you turn to your lawyer and start pleading and begging, can you get me out of this? No, it's too late. And the lawyer can only do but so much. The lawyer can only do but so much. Horrible. This is incredible. I've seen too much abuse with these men hitting these women, killing these women over stuff that I understand that may hurt you, but pick yourself up as a man. Let's be like our ancestors when they was tough. These men said, okay, I'll still take care of my kid and I'll just move on and find somebody else. I'm not going to kill you and beat you up to destroy my life. Horrible. Yeah. Horrible. $20 years old, man, a baby. Men, we have to do better than this. We got to do better than this, man. We can't let the system beat us, man. We got to do better than this. Yes, you're right about that. The dudes, the men right now are not built like the Malcolm X's and the Marcus Garveys and the Huey P. Newtons. They're not built like that. They're not. Those dudes were strong black men that didn't take crap from nobody. And these men thought. They was thinking before they made their move. They had to think. They had to strategize. They said, if I do this, is it going to turn out like this? Or if I do this, is it going to be bad like this? Well, let me take that straight path and do the right thing and just move accordingly. That's how men did. We just think, yo, mom, I'm going to kill this being. Yeah, you just cheated on me. Like little babies. Like little damn babies, man. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends about my channel, because I'm going to keep come on more with a lot of stuff. So you can follow me. Remember, guys, man, stop acting like females. Be a man. Be a Malcolm, Marcus, Huey, Martin. Be that. Peace.